Hi, I'm Angela. I own 3 boutique hotels across the state, but nobody in my family knows that. Well, nobody except my accountant and my incredibly loyal hotel manager, Robert. I started my business 5 years ago with money I inherited from my grandmother, and I kept it quiet because I knew exactly what would happen if my family found out, especially my older sister, Madison. Madison and I have always had a complicated relationship. She's the golden child who peaked in high school and never really moved past it. I'm the younger sister who supposedly got lucky with everything I achieved. I was driving to the coast for a weekend getaway when my phone rang. It was my best friend, Tasha. "Girl, please tell me you're already on the road," Tasha said. "Just past the state line. Why? What's wrong?" "Nothing's wrong. I'm just excited for you to finally take a break. You've been working nonstop for months." I know. That's why I booked the Ocean Pearl Hotel. 2 nights of absolute peace. Wait, isn't that one of your... Shh, yes, but I booked under a fake name, Sarah Mitchell. I just want to be a regular guest for once, you know? No owner responsibilities. Tasha laughed. "You're ridiculous. Why don't you just tell your family about the hotels already?" Because Madison would lose her mind. You know how she gets. Remember when I got promoted at my old job and she didn't talk to me for 3 months? Fair point. That woman has issues. Exactly. So this weekend, I'm just Sarah Mitchell, regular guest, enjoying my own hotel without anyone knowing. 2 hours later, I pulled up to the Ocean Pearl. The sunset painted the building in golden light, and I felt that familiar pride swell in my chest. I built this. Me. I walked into the lobby, and Robert was at the desk. He saw me and started to smile, but I shook my head slightly. He caught on immediately. "Good evening, ma'am. Checking in?" "Yes. Reservation under Sarah Mitchell." He typed into the computer, then frowned. "I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm not seeing that reservation in our system." "What? I booked it 3 weeks ago. Confirmation number 47829. Robert's frown deepened. "Let me check our cancellation log." "Oh, this reservation was canceled this morning." "Canceled? By who? I didn't cancel it." "It says here it was canceled by Madison Hayes. She called and said she was canceling on your behalf because you wouldn't be needing it." My blood ran cold. Madison Hayes is my sister. She has absolutely no authority to cancel my reservation. Robert's eyes widened. "I apologize, Miss Miss Mitchell. The new front desk clerk took the call. She must not have verified properly. I'll speak with her about our protocols." Just then, my phone buzzed. A text from Madison. "Hope you find a nice park bench tonight. Or maybe the beach. Either way, you're sleeping outside. Should have thought twice about stealing Mom's attention at dinner last week." I stared at the message in disbelief. "Angela?" Robert looked concerned. "Is everything all right?" I showed him the text. His expression shifted from confusion to anger. "She doesn't know, does she?" "No. She has no idea I own this place. She thinks I work some boring office job." "What do you want to do?" I smiled slowly. "Book me a room under my real name, the best suite we have. And Robert, don't mention to anyone who I am just yet. I need to make a few calls first." "Of course. And ma'am, this is going to be very satisfying to watch." I settled into the presidential suite and immediately called Tasha. "You will not believe what just happened," I said as soon as she answered. "Try me." Madison canceled my hotel reservation at my own hotel, then texted me to sleep outside. Tasha gasped. "She did what? Does she know?" "No, that's the beautiful part. She has no idea I own the Ocean Pearl. She thought she was just being petty and ruining my vacation." "Oh, this is too good. What are you going to do?" "I don't know yet, but it needs to be perfect." "She's gone too far this time, Tasha. This isn't just sibling rivalry anymore." Agreed. This is calculated cruelty. Do you think she's done stuff like this before? That question stuck with me. I called Robert back up to my suite. "Robert, I need you to check something for me. Has Madison ever called here before? Any complaints, any requests, anything?" He pulled out his tablet and scrolled through records. "Actually, yes. She called 6 months ago asking about someone named Angela Hayes. Our old front desk clerk told her we had no guest by that name, which was true at the time. She was checking up on me? It appears so, and there's more. She called back 3 months ago, same question. Then again, last month. She's been tracking me. There's something else, Robert said carefully. 2 weeks ago, she called asking about employment opportunities. Specifically, she wanted to know if there were any management positions available. Management? At my hotel? She didn't get past the initial phone screening. The HR director said she had no relevant experience and seemed more interested in knowing who owned the hotel than actually working here. I felt sick. She's trying to figure out if I'm involved somehow. My phone rang. It was my mother. Hello, Mom. Angela, where are you? Madison said you canceled your weekend plans. Actually, Mom, Madison canceled my hotel reservation without my permission and told me to sleep outside. Oh, don't be so dramatic. She was probably just joking. You know how you two are. How we are? Mom, she literally sent me a text saying I should sleep on a park bench. Well, maybe you did something to upset her. You have been rather successful lately, and you know how sensitive Madison is about these things. So it's my fault she sabotaged my vacation? I'm not saying that, Angela. I'm just saying maybe you could be more understanding. Madison's been going through a tough time since her boyfriend left. Her boyfriend left 3 years ago, Mom. Exactly. She's still healing. Can't you just apologize and move on? Apologize? For what? For whatever you did to make her feel bad enough to do this. I hung up. I couldn't handle her excuses anymore. Tasha called back an hour later. Okay, I did some digging. You remember Madison's friend Kelly, the one from her book club? Yeah, what about her? I ran into her at the grocery store and casually mentioned you. Angela, Kelly said Madison has been telling people you borrowed money from her and never paid it back. What? I've never borrowed money from Madison in my life. I know, but she's been spreading this story for months. She's telling everyone you're irresponsible with money and that she's been supporting you financially. Why would she do that? Because she's jealous. She sees you doing well and she can't stand it. So she's trying to tear down your reputation before anyone finds out how successful you actually are. Robert knocked on my door. Angela, sorry to interrupt, but Madison just called the hotel again. What did she want? She asked if we had anyone sleeping outside the hotel tonight. She was laughing. The new clerk didn't understand the question and told her no. That was it. Madison had crossed every line. Robert, I need you to do something for me. Send Madison a complimentary weekend stay at the hotel. All expenses paid. This weekend. You want her here? Oh, yes. I want her right here. And Robert? Make sure she knows it's because she's such a valued connection to one of our guests. Tasha was still on the phone. Angela, what are you planning? Madison wants to play games. Fine. Let's play. But this time, we're playing on my property, by my rules. Madison arrived at the Ocean Pearl on Saturday afternoon, pulling up in her beat-up sedan like she owned the place. I watched from the lobby, partially hidden behind a pillar. She strutted up to the front desk where Robert stood waiting. Hi, I'm Madison Hayes. I have a complimentary weekend reservation. Yes, Miss Hayes. Welcome to the Ocean Pearl. We're delighted to have you. I bet you are. So, which one of your guests am I supposedly connected to? I'm dying to know. Actually, the owner would like to speak with you first. She's right over there. Madison turned, and our eyes met. Her face went from confusion to shock to anger in 3 seconds. Angela, what are you doing here? I walked toward her slowly. I'm doing what I do every day, Madison. Running my hotel. Your hotel? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the Ocean Pearl. My hotel. The one you called to cancel my reservation at. The one where you told me to sleep outside. Her face went white. You're lying. You don't own a hotel? You work in an office. No, Madison. I own 3 hotels. This is one of them. I've owned it for 5 years. That's impossible. Where would you get the money? Grandma's inheritance, the one you said I'd waste. I invested it, built a business, and I kept it quiet because I knew exactly how you'd react. People in the lobby were starting to stare. Madison noticed and lowered her voice. Angela, come on! I was just joking around about the reservation thing. You know I didn't mean it. Really? Because your text said I should sleep on a park bench. That seemed pretty specific. I was having a bad day. You always do this. You take everything so seriously. And what about telling people I borrowed money from you? Was that a joke too? Her eyes widened. Who told you about that? It doesn't matter who told me. What matters is that you've been lying about me for months, trying to destroy my reputation. Why, Madison? Because everything always works out for you. She was nearly shouting now. You get the good job, the money, the success. What do I get? Nothing. You get nothing because you do nothing. I worked for this, Madison. I built this business from the ground up while you sat around complaining about how unfair life is. You had Grandma's money. So did you. Grandma left us the same amount. You spent yours on a car and clothes. I invested mine. That's not my fault. Madison's face twisted with rage. You think you're so much better than me. You always have. I think I'm someone who takes responsibility for her life instead of blaming everyone else for her problems. Shut up, Angela. Just shut up. Miss Hayes, I'm going to have to ask you to lower your voice, Robert interjected. Stay out of this, Madison snapped at him. Then back to me. You know what? Fine. You win, okay? You have your stupid hotels and your perfect life. Are you happy now? This isn't about winning, Madison. This is about you respecting boundaries. You don't get to sabotage my life because you're unhappy with yours. I said I was sorry. No, you didn't. And even if you did, I wouldn't accept it. You didn't just make a mistake, Madison. You deliberately tried to ruin my weekend. You've been spreading lies about me. You've been checking up on me. This is calculated and I'm done pretending it's okay. Oh, so what? You're just going to cut me out of your life now? I'm going to enforce boundaries, something I should have done years ago. Madison looked around at all the people watching. Her face flushed red. You're going to regret this, Angela. You think you can just humiliate me in front of all these people? You humiliated yourself. No, you did this. You set me up. You brought me here just to embarrass me. I brought you here so you could see exactly who you messed with. Now you know. Madison grabbed a decorative vase from the front desk and threw it at me. I dodged, and it shattered against the wall. Security immediately moved forward. That's assault, Miss Hayes, Robert said calmly. I'm calling the police. You can't do this. Angela, tell them not to call the police. You just threw a vase at me, Madison, in front of dozens of witnesses, in my hotel. What exactly do you expect me to do? I'm your sister. Then maybe you should have acted like it. The police arrived within 15 minutes. Madison tried to explain, tried to make it sound like a misunderstanding, but there were too many witnesses. The security footage was crystal clear. Ma'am, we're going to need you to come down to the station, one officer said to Madison. Angela, please, Madison begged. Don't do this. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I looked at her calmly. You're sorry you got caught. You're sorry there are consequences. But you're not sorry for what you did. That's not true. I am sorry. Please just tell them it was an accident. It wasn't an accident, Madison. You picked up that vase and threw it at me. That's not an accident. That's assault. We're sisters. Doesn't that mean anything to you? It meant something to me. Clearly, it never meant anything to you. The officers led her away. She was crying, still trying to apologize, still trying to make me feel guilty. But I felt nothing except relief. Tasha arrived an hour later. Oh my God. I got here as fast as I could. Are you okay? I'm fine. She missed by a mile. I can't believe she actually threw something at you. What is wrong with her? She's not used to facing consequences. Mom always made excuses for her. I always let things slide. She thought she could do anything. Well, she knows better now. What happens next? I pressed charges, assault, destruction of property, and I'm getting a restraining order. Good. You're doing the right thing. My mother called that evening. Angela, you have to drop the charges against Madison. No, Mom. She's your sister. She made a mistake. She made a choice. She's been making choices to hurt me for years, and I'm done enabling it. Enabling it? You're the one who... Mom, I'm going to stop you right there. Madison has been lying about me, sabotaging me, and spreading rumors about me for months. When I finally stood up to her, she threw a vase at my head. Those are facts. I'm not discussing this further. But what will people think? I don't care what people think. I care about standing up for myself, something I should have done a long time ago. Angela, please. I hung up. 3 days later, Madison tried calling me from jail. I declined the call. She texted from someone else's phone. Angela, I know I messed up. Can we please talk? I want to make this right. I blocked the number. Tasha came over to the hotel. We sat on the balcony overlooking the ocean. How are you feeling? She asked. Lighter, like I finally put down something heavy I'd been carrying for years. No regrets? None. Madison had every opportunity to be a decent sister. She chose not to. That's on her. Your mom still calling? Every day. I've stopped answering. She'll either come around or she won't. Either way, I'm at peace with my decision. I'm proud of you, Angela. It takes guts to set boundaries with family. Thanks, Tasha. I just wish I'd done it sooner. You did it when you were ready. That's what matters. I looked out at the ocean, at the hotel I'd built, at the life I'd created for myself. Madison tried to take that from me, tried to make me feel small and unsuccessful. But I wasn't small. I wasn't unsuccessful. And I wasn't going to apologize for that anymore. You know what the best part is? I said to Tasha. What? Every time she thinks about hotels now, she'll remember that she doesn't own them. I do. And she threw it all away because she couldn't be happy for me. Tasha raised her glass. To boundaries, to success, and to never apologizing for being amazing. I clinked my glass against hers. To finally standing up for myself. The sun set over the ocean, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. My hotel stood behind us, solid and real, a testament to what I'd built. Madison tried to tear me down, but she only made me realize how strong I really was. And that was the sweetest revenge of all. What would you have done in Angela's situation? Would you have pressed charges against a family member? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more true stories of standing up for yourself.